Hello friends, this is Bb and we are back with a chess game from Lindores Abbey tournament. Today was day 2 of the tournament. Yesterday we was day 1 and we was a game with the Magnus Carlsen won against Alexander Grishuk here in the channel. And today with game 2 we're going to show you again another game of the world champion. And today is playing the Jan-Krzysztof Duda, the #1 Polish Grandmaster. Like yesterday, also today we played 4 rounds of Rb8, 15 minutes each for each player. And also the game that we're showing, it's from round 3 for the day 2. On the round 1, Magnus Carlsen lost to Re8, and then on the game 2, he won against Wang Wei, and then this is the game 3 that he is playing against Duda. But for more about standings, we're gonna talk in later in this video. So without losing any more time, let's dive straight into this game. It was an amazing game. It was a quite brilliant attack from White, and I'm sure you will enjoy it. So Duda with the white pieces opens with c4. This is called the English opening. Magnus replied e5. Duda goes knight c3, knight f6 from Magnus, and knight f3 from Duda. And the black goes knight c6, and this is the 4 knights variation of the English. Pretty much is the main line that most of the people plays today. Duda goes e3. He goes for the quiet play of the English. b4 from Magnus. He attacks the knight. Queen c2, and black castles. Knight d5 from Duda. He attacks the knight. He puts pressure on the knight that is in f6. Rook e8 from Magnus. And now goes queen f5 from White. This is quite a move because pretty much White is inviting Black to push this pawn forward and to open an attack towards the queen. But this is so why I played this, because this is how the variation goes. Alright, and Magnus goes d6. He opens the attack towards the queen. Duda first captures the knight on f6 with check. G captures on f6, and now Duda moves the queen because he's under attack, and moves the queen to h5. Black goes d5. a3 from White. He attacks Black's bishop, and bishop goes back to f8. Magnus has his king side, it's open, so he moves the bishop back, and he wants to defend the dark squares here in the king side. And game continues with White that goes bishop d3. He develops the white bishop and also puts pressure on h7 pawn. Magnus goes e4. He closes this bishop and also attacks the bishop and the knight in the same time. But it's not a problem because White has the solution of this, and the White captures on d5 and attacks the knight here. E captures on d3 from Black. And now, of course, White captures the knight. Bishop captures on c6. Black captures on c6, so he wins back the pawn. And now b4 from White. He expands on the queen side, and he wants to castle king side, so we can put the king safe. Black goes a5, and now White goes bishop b2. He puts pressure on the pawn on f6. Now he's protected from the queen, but you never know what will happen So rook e4 from black, knight d4 from white, and black goes d5 with the queen. He offers a queen trade, and Duda, of course, pretty happy to see this. He exchanges the queen immediately, and pretty captures the queen. And now Duda goes f3, attacks Magnus' rook. Magnus goes back to e8, and now knight b5 from Duda. He wants to fork the two rooks here by capturing this pawn on c7. Of course, Magnus doesn't allow this, and he goes rook e7. But now Duda captures on f6 the pawn, and now he's a pawn up. Magnus moves the rook to d7, and now Duda goes king f2. He's a pawn up in a much better position, so he wants to improve the position as much as possible, and then he plans to attack here on the king side, because Magnus has a very vulnerable king side. Okay, the game continues with bishop to a6. He attacks the knight, and knight goes back to a safe square on d4. Bishop to c4 from black, and now white improves the position of the rook. He develops the rook to b1, so he can protect the pawn. Rook a6 from black, and now attacks the bishop, and now the bishop goes to e5. Black attacks the bishop again with f6, but white counterattacks with the pawn pushing on b5 and attacking the rook. Rook to b6, he goes back, and now white goes bishop f4. a4 from black, he closes the position, but now he gives white a chance to double up the rooks along the b file. g4 from white, he goes to attack on the king side as planned. And now bishop c5 from black, he attacks, puts pressure on the knight here, but Duda says, okay, you can capture the knight, I'm just going to push the pawns on the king side. And he goes h4. King f7 from black, and now king g3. Improving the position of the king, so the king can protect the pawns here after all the pieces are exchanged. Bishop captures on b4. Finally, Magnus decided to eliminate the knight because his knight was in a central square. Pawn captures the bishop, and now bishop captures on b5, the pawn. So Magnus recaptures the pawn back, and now the material is equal. But Duda has a very obvious plan on doubling up the rooks along the b file and doing back the pawn. So we start this by going rook b4, rook e7 from Magnus, and now rook 8 to b1. So the rook on the rook battery on the b file, it's active and operating fully. So bishop to c4, and now Duda captures the rook on b6, pawn captures, and Duda recaptures the pawn with the rook on b6, so he wins back the pawn. He's one pawn up in a much better position. Magnus goes b3. He wants to close those light squares here with this bishop. And now black goes bishop d6 and attacks the rook. Rook d7, and now f4. f5 from black, but white doesn't give black any chance of counterplay, so he pushes g5. Black goes bishop d1, and now bishop c5. King g7 from black, king f2, rook d8 from black, and the rook gives a check on b7. King goes to g6, and now rook goes to e7. Rook b8, rook e6 check, and now this is important, the most important moment in the game, because Magnus here has a chance to postpone the game if he moves the king to g7 here. So if the king goes to g7, the game continues. Of course, Duda has a much better position, but Magnus still have chances on getting a draw on this game. But Magnus goes h5, and now with this move he pretty much gives Duda a winning game, because it's a mate in 2. And now I'm giving you a moment to think about this. I'm going to show you now the winning move from Duda. It's a mate in 2, or you can call it a mate in 3, and I'm going to explain this. And the move that Duda plays is king g3. And it was in this position that the world champion resigns the game, because there is nothing more to be done. Whatever black plays, the next move from white, it's obvious, it's rook to h6, and there is nothing to prevent this. I said mate in 2, but maybe mate in 3, because black can postpone one move if he goes with the rook in this square in on b6, but this is pretty much pointless. There is no need to discuss this. So this was the game, and big applause and congratulations for Jan-Krzysztof Duda for his brilliant game against the world champion. In the round 4 of the in the game 4 of the day 2, Magnus draw against Wesley So, and he loses the lead. And now in the lead, as I promised, I'm going to show you the standings right now. So these are the standings after day 2. As we see, in the lead is Hikaru Nakamura and Sergei Karakin, sharing the first place with 5.5 points. Magnus Carlsen and Wesley So following with 4.5 points. And then it's Levan Aryanan, Alexander Grishuk, Yu Yang and Ding Liren all with 4 points. So as we said, the 8 points secures the playoff that they're going to be playing on Friday. And then on 9th and 10 are Jan-Krzysztof Duda, Daniel Dubov, and Alireza Firuza with 3 points, and Wei Wei with 2 points. So this was the standings for the day. Tomorrow it's going to be 3 more rounds, when the people are going to have the opportunity to go in the final 8. They're going to be playing on Friday the semifinals. We're going to be back tomorrow with another game from day 3 of the Lindores Abbey Rapid Tournament. Thank you all for watching this video. Goodbye and blessings all.